Okay, welcome back to our tutorial on optimizing images and making contact sheet. In this segment, we want to prep and either resize or downsample image for web as appropriate. So just preparing for resizing or optimizing your imagery, we need to set up a folder for your optimized images to be collected. So in here I have actually an example of my folder with some images inside of it, and let's see, these are kind of examples of styles. Let's see, so I might have before and after. I also actually have another one somewhere in here, Photoshop exam, in the assets for web. Okay, so I collected a few here. These are actually what I want. I have a before and after for my examples, because I like to show what things started off as and how they also ended up. Sometimes we want to show our skills, and we want to show that we know how to do this stuff and make it look for real. And our photo editing is a rather important thing for the graphics industry. Now, let's take a look and see in here. I have all the pictures that I had wanted at this time. Plus, I wanted to make a folder in preparation of that. So these are the optimized versions of them. Okay, so that's empty currently. And after optimizing all these guys, then I will go ahead and be able to use them on a website, in a portfolio website, things like that of that nature. And why we want to optimize our artwork, by the way, for web, it takes a long time to load up images that are not optimized. They should be in pixel dimensions, the actual size that the web designer wants to show them on the web page. And for loading them up to a portfolio like Behance, it's quicker to upload those as well. They won't be resized to just any old thing. You will have also some control over it, and inevitably somebody that is going to be a potential client or a potential employer does want to see something, and you will have these prepared and ready to go. Alright, so in the last video I actually put some information, metadata, in the background here, and I have a few layers here, but the thing is, I want to take a look at the image size, because if your file sizes are too large, you might have to go through the process of flattening and sizing, as Photoshop may create a warning that the file is too large for that web optimization process. Okay, so sometimes you have to cut it down. For the most part, we can just go right to saving for the web by export, save for web, which we will do next after this little segment here. But in any case, I want to go to image, that image drop down menu, and look at image size. So each time that you open one of these, you do one at a time for this process, and you can take a look at the image size. Okay, here I've got an image that's 640 pixels across, regardless of the resolution. Okay, if I were to resample this and want to make it so that the resolution is 72 pixels, it doesn't matter, because your pixel size, the pixel dimension, is always the pixel dimension no matter what. So I want to resample this. Let's go with 72, and you can see here that the number of inches became different. But see, the dimensions in pixel size, nope, didn't do it. In any case, I don't think I need to make this a smaller size, so I'm going to go ahead and cancel that. But I do have an image that, okay, now this one has lots and lots of layers, okay, and then I'm seeing that it's quite large. So if we were to go to the image drop down menu and take a look at image size here, alright, now that one is over 2100 pixels wide, and so that's kind of big for something that's a portfolio. Portfolio size, probably your best bet is going to be anywhere from 600 up to like 1200 pixels. 800, 900 is kind of a good size for putting in a portfolio. Because if you have it much larger, then whatever you put it on, it's going to have to be shown or loaded up. It takes extra time to do that kind of thing. And when it's shown actual size, that is just too big. Okay, so this one could stand to be cut down. Okay, so I'm going to cancel this for now. I want to show you something here. I also have a lot of layers, so generally you don't have to do this with a smaller image, but I'm going to do this anyways. In any one of these layers, I want to right click, or on a Macintosh you can control click, or you go to the flyout menu. But what I'm looking for, okay, is something called Flatten Image. Okay, and what that does is gathers everything into one flat file. And okay, I've gotten rid of all those. That's kind of a scary place to be. I originally have this Photoshop file saved with all the layers. Now I haven't saved it yet. Keep that in mind. But I also want to cut this down in size before getting into image optimization. So going back to image size, and I want to mess with the pixel dimensions. And so number of pixels, I'm going to actually go and choose that as my unit of measure. Again, when we're talking about number of pixels, it really doesn't matter. The resolution is going to end up being 72 pixels per inch, whether you like it or not. It's the pixel dimension, how many pixels across, and what's it going to show like on the screen. Alright, so when I say 1200 pixels across or 900 pixels across or what have you, whether your image is horizontal, okay, or landscape, this one's vertical or landscape. This one's vertical, and I want to make sure that no matter if it's vertical or horizontal, the largest size, whether it's the width or height, in this case the height is the largest size. That's what I want to limit the size to, and I want a collection of images that are going to be approximately the same size in either direction, height or width, and I choose to keep the aspect ratio, which is here, this little chain link. So make sure that is depressed. If we uncheck it or click on it, it undoes that connection. So we want those to be connected. So I'm going to make this as 1200 pixels across. Okay, I'm going to type that in. And so I'm going to go ahead and click OK. And so right now I am actually ready for optimizing my imagery for the web. So let's make it so that, what is it going to look like about actual size? Well, that's pretty big for the web. In fact, I could stand to even cut that down a bit as I like. Alright, in the next segment we will actually take the image and optimize it for web. There's a number of options for us to choose, but however you get there, you may or may not need to go through this process of resizing, but definitely have a folder ready to go to put your optimized images into.